Tonight, time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on
the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was inevitable. Crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington football team. With Charles Davis. Storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, he's going to benefit at all.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And out will come the leader of this caller.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues to streak in this game.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DA.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Number 45.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 86 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
46-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Seahawks.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Steps away. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 3rd down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he would stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense
through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0.
To kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards and down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The kick is good. Makes the score Seahawks 17. Washington 3.
Down since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer, they take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 24-23, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Just a lone touchdown, that one, 7-0, the final score. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. On play action, they'll throw. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but now it's third and goal.
Third down and goal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Washington.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
Look at the spin.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Now it's Carson.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
to go.
Now back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Metcalf with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 80. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Over the middle, it's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run it with Carson. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Myers' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
The score is Seahawks 30, Washington 17.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
17.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they've fallen out of things now as they